handling?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris Fox, and I am an attorney here at Stein & Fox. We are primarily a personal injury law firm that specializes in motor vehicle accident cases. However, we handle all kinds of different personal injury cases, dog bites, slip and falls, premises liability. Basically, any situation where you're injured and it's at the hands or negligence of some other party. But what I want to talk to you a little bit about today is one of the most often questions we get asked as personal injury attorneys, and that is what to expect. What is the lifespan of a personal injury case? And so it pretty much starts from the moment that you get hit, if it's a car accident. You're driving along, you come to a red light, and negligent Nancy comes, pop, hits you in a rear end collision from behind. A lot of times the client feels pain immediately. Maybe their car is totaled, they have to take an ambulance, go to the hospital. Other times the car's still running, they can drive themselves to the hospital, or maybe they don't go to a hospital, they go to an urgent care or wherever. Sometimes with the adrenaline going in the moment of the impact, they don't necessarily feel the pain right away, but they go to bed that night, the adrenaline wears off, and they wake up, their neck is killing them or their back is killing them, and then they have to go to urgent care or the hospital the next day, whichever. A lot of it really just depends on the severity of your injuries. From there, what typically happens is the hospital will instruct that you're going to need follow-up treatment. It's very rare that only one hospital visit or one urgent care visit is going to heal your injury. So a lot of time there's a lot of other follow-up medical treatment that needs to happen in order to heal from your injuries. So typically what you'll do is you'll start your follow-up treatment. Now somewhere between the accident and your follow-up treatment, you're probably going to retain Stein & Fox as your accident attorney. Now, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that we are doing while you are treating. But in a nutshell, it goes like this. So we will get the insurance information of the at-fault party. Maybe we need to get your insurance information in case it's an uninsured motorist claim. But basically what we would do is set up a bodily injury claim with an insurance carrier that has coverage that would be applicable for this case. Now, there's not a whole lot we can do while you were still treating. Your treatment, what are the injuries? What was the treatment that were needed? What was the total bills of or cost of your medical treatment? All of that is kind of the nuts and the bolts of our personal injury case when we go to negotiate and argue and fight on your behalf with the insurance company. So there's not a whole lot that can be done while you're treating, but here's what's happening. As you get done with one provider, we are requesting the bills and records from that provider, the next provider, and when you get done treating, the goal is to have all of your bills and records that were related to the accident that you were in, to have all those in our possession. What we do from there is we would compile a demand packet. And so we'd have all the medical bills and all the medical records, and we would draft a persuasive letter basically laying out your claim. The accident happened on this day. You're insured was clearly negligent. This is a rear-end collision. My client immediately felt pain, went to the hospital, needed follow-up care with the chiropractor or an orthopedic, needed an MRI. The MRI revealed these injuries as a result of this collision, whatever the case may be. Now, typically what happens from the date that our demand packet gets delivered, the insurance company typically has 30 days to respond from the date of delivery. Now, that's not the case when it's your own insurance company that you have to open a UM demand or an uninsured motorist demand with. That has a 60-day time limit, but for purposes of this tutorial, let's stay with 30 days. So we've made our demand, we demanded whatever amount we thought was appropriate based on the medical bills, the accident, and the injuries. They come back with a first offer, and this is where the negotiation begins between the attorney and the insurance adjuster. We're going back and forth. There might be needed future treatment. There may still be pain and suffering, whatever the case may be. And so hopefully what happens is they might increase their offer, and we might reduce our demand, and hopefully we're getting that number to something reasonable that we can feel good with accepting, and that fairly compensates you for the pain and suffering that you went through, as well as getting your medical bills paid for. Now, doesn't always go nice and smooth like that. Sometimes the insurance company wants to lowball, or maybe there's some kind of argument with who's at fault. It just depends. You never know. And sometimes that requires the case to go to litigation, which puts it on a track to go basically to court to have a jury trial. Now, that's a whole nother tutorial, so I'm going to wait before I get into all of that. We'll save that for another day. But in the meantime, that is kind of the typical lifespan. I would say you would add, a lot of it depends on how long your treatment period is, but let's say treatment is generally 3 to 6 months. I would add another 2 or 3 months after that for the negotiation and the demand to get out and all of that to take place. But in the meantime, we're here for you, ladies and gentlemen. Feel free to give us a call. We're happy to answer any questions you may have. Happy to do a free consultation for you. Doesn't hurt just to call us and see if you have a case and see what the merits are. So you can reach us at 770-961-1700. We would love to help you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.